Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the Elite Real Estate Podcast. I've got a special guest in studio today, and you guys heard all about Royal Oath on the introduction there.
Yeah.
My man, Brian Edwards from Royal Oath Insurance. Welcome in, my friend. How are you?
Hey, great. Glad to be in, man.
Yeah, glad to have you. Since we are in, Royal Oath headquarters right here.
Yeah, it's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Easy drive. I knew how to get here.
You had the keys and everything.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah. Normally I
was unlocked though. It was weird.
Yeah, right. Normally I welcome guests in with a coffee and
oh yeah.
You're like, you're just come on.
Well, I brought you something.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah. This is Celsius Astro Vibe. I drank one of these in the morning.
Yeah.
AKA God's Nectar. This is rocket fuel.
Oh man.
So if you feeling a little tired.
For those of you that know me, I don't know if this is gonna be a safe thing or not.
It's probably not.
It's probably not.
No.
Yeah. Everybody that knows my energy level is probably like, oh shit, he's gonna really drink that thing right now.
It's gonna be a special episode. Yeah.
We may go for 4 hours. We may do the Rogan thing and go for 4 hours today.
Can't help it. It's live too. So
yeah, we're live, buddy. We're jamming in. We got people commenting already on social medias. Yeah, we got Mindy from Indy says, good morning, guys. So
good morning.
Live from Indianapolis. We've got agents on here on the phone from Atlanta. So we're live and national this morning, buddy. Wow. So yeah, we are out there. So Brian Edwards, Royal Oath Insurance. Let's just get it started, man. Where did you start with this business?
Yeah, so it started almost 20 years ago. Not this business, but my career in insurance did. When I helped a buddy launch a brand new agency. So I started in that realm, went really well. Then spent some time in corporate with State Farm. Figured out I was running all over town, helping other agents, have successful offices. And I thought to myself, I'm like, why am I helping everyone else make money? I think I could do this for myself. Yeah. Even though I love that role, it was great. But so yeah, about 13 years ago, I launched a State Farm agency and kind of got to know, the market and actually moved my office to Farm Bureau and stayed there for a long time. Went really well, had a great team. We actually built out this space here. COVID hit and then kind of reevaluated my entire life and what I, wanted to do. And to better serve our customers, I felt like I had to go independent to have multiple options. Because with Farm Bureau, I just had one option, but I learned a lot there, met a lot of great people. And then about 3.5 years ago, we launched a scratch independent agency. And craziest thing I probably ever decided to do in business, probably the hardest thing, but we're here and it's going really well. We have an amazing team and we've had a lot of the team with us over the years. So yeah.
I mean, what you've built, man, is incredible. Now, like, having my office in here and, and hanging out with you guys, like I see what it's a family, like, you know what I mean? Like people bring their dogs in. And...
Yeah. Yeah. That's like a recent thing. Like we tried that back in the day, but somebody had this giant pit bull and it like pooped on the carpet,
right?
And, like scared people. So smaller dogs are kind of better.
Yeah.
But that's been like a recent thing. I don't know. People are buying puppies again.
So
yeah, it's fun. We love having them around. Great team, great family atmospheres, long-term relationships here, and just kind of like the no look pass. Everybody kind of understands each other and how we work, and it's a really good thing. So
yeah. So where did the Royal Oath thing come from? Like what was that all about?
Yeah, so it's actually kind of a heartfelt story. It's really special to me because many years ago when my first son was born, Tyler, who actually works at the agency now, which is crazy.
Yeah, his office is right across the hall.
Right across the hall. Yeah. So he was born. My wife said, hey, we probably should give him we had his first name picked out, but the middle name we were back and forth on. So she said to me, I'd really like to name I'd really like to name our son Tyler Kenneth. And for me, that was a stigma because my dad was named Ken. And there's a long history there with my dad of, he left when I was young and didn't really have a relationship with him. And I kind of saw it as a curse. And I remember being in the hospital, I walk out in the hallway, and I prayed about it, and I felt like God told me, there's sometimes in life you feel like you hear, from God, and this was one of those ones. And he was like, you need to give him that name with a promise that you'll always be there for him. And it's not a curse, it's actually a blessing. Well, I got chills. I went in, I said, I agree with you. It needs to be Tyler Kenneth. Well, a couple years later, I found out that the name Kenneth means royal oath. So
Interesting.
And so it was about keeping promises. And I was like, when I went to name my company, I thought, we're keeping promises to our customers that we're going to be there for them.
Yeah.
And it just was a kind of a continuation of that promise. And now the kid's working here and finishing up college. And it's just about keeping your promises and saying what you're going to do. And more than just a promise, it's like an oath, like, hey, we're in this for the long haul together, and I'm here for you, and I'll be in relationship with you, and I'll protect you. And so it's just kind of all fits, goes hand in hand. So
I love that, man.
Yeah.
Like I knew there was a story behind it, but I didn't know like that. What a good story.
Yeah. I still get chills when I tell it.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I can imagine. And such a good kid too.
Oh, he's awesome.
Yeah. We had the chance to golf together.
Yeah. He's a college golfer out at Rochester Christian, and he is finishing up his senior year, and then he'll be here full time.
Yeah.
And he's moving back into my house this year. That wasn't on the bingo card, but
well,
his roommate moved out. I'm actually happy to have him back too.
Yeah. Well, you keep an eye on him a little bit, right?
I don't need to. Not with that kid, man. He's too strong-willed. So.
Yeah, he is, and it's funny. It's you can tell that he's been raised very well. You know what I mean? Like you can tell that.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, I mean he's a good kid.
His mom's a good lady.
Yeah, I say the same thing about my kids. Like, people are like, your kids are really good kids. I'm like, yeah, his mom's great. Yeah, not so much me. Not so much me. So, but man, what a story of like just figuring things out. You know what I mean? Like, and I think that's one of the things, like that entrepreneur mindset of, you were working for State Farm, helping everybody else, and then you have to step back and go, wait a minute.
Oh, wow. 27 offices, and like corporate makes you keep like 5 to 6 appointments a day. So I was all the way from like Beverly Hills all the way to like Lake Oregon. And they don't care like how that works out with your schedule.
Yeah, you just have to get it done.
5, So I mean, you're always in the car, you run around. And I had a great age. I actually got to see some of the best in the country. Our territory was always bounced back and forth between 1 and 2. So I got to see some of the best in the country. So I took a lot, from them and went, okay, well that could work in my practice. So
yeah. Let me ask you this question. So it's one of the things that I talk with agents all the time and entrepreneurs too, like who I coach and do and help develop, right?
Yeah.
Did you learn things that you didn't want to do either?
Oh, 100%.
Yeah. Like I never want to do that.
And learn kind of like the kind of people I don't want to hire.
Yeah.
So absolutely. And I mean, and you make your own mistakes too, right? And you're like, that was a really bad idea. Seemed great, at the time. So
yeah. And but that's one of those things along the journey is you're going to run into the wall at some point and bump your head on a bunch of things. And that's one of the things I try to tell agents all the time is like, I've screwed up. I don't want you to screw up like I did.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
100%.
That's one of the things we can take back to the younger folks is like, look, we did this already.
Yep.
And we messed it up.
100%.
Don't do this.
Yeah. Some mistakes you just have to learn on your own, and it is what it is. And like I think I have like this, when people say in business, like everything that person touches turns to gold.
Oh yeah.
Like I get that because I have some people like that, but there's also a lot of failure. Like you have to fail just to learn, right? You have to struggle. Like last several years for me as building something from scratch, it's like you're just in the trenches, you're grinding, and it's this process of, for me at least, it was a process of not only like, what do I need to do for the business, but what do I have to do internally, right?
Right.
And, one of those things for me was getting in shape. I was, 50 pounds overweight. I felt like crap, and that personal, and we do this with our team too, but what you're doing in your personal life, how you're challenging yourself, how you're trying to develop as a person affects what you're doing every day, right? So for me, that was like, I had to look in the mirror and go, okay, I had to make some changes, right? And whether they be spiritual, whether they be, self-development, whether they be like, where do I really need to challenge myself? And that's that's an outpouring of whatever I'm doing in my person, right?
Yeah.
So it affects every day what I'm doing here in the office.
Yeah.
And those things aren't separate for me,
And that's a deep subject because it's not.
Man.
It's not. It's not separate. You know what I mean? It is one of the same. It goes back to the old saying, and we've all heard it a million times. Like when the oxygen mask comes down on the plane, you have to put it on yourself before you can put it on anybody else.
100%. Yeah.
Right. And so that's exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah. And too, I kind of lost my train of thought there, but not only that, it's like you have to, and I know Rogan says this a lot, but you have to do hard stuff. Like for me, for a while, like I coasted. I had a really successful business, really successful team. And it's not that I wasn't working hard, but like sometimes you lose your edge because of the success, right? And you're enjoying the fruits of your labor. And I've always said, like, you have to have another hill to climb. So when I went from like, I sold my business, came back to zero, like I had 0 customers, 0 carriers.
Yeah.
I had a team, I had an office.
Yeah.
But like that challenges you to say, okay, who am I now?
Yeah.
Like that's who I was. And what do I want it to be like now? And you have to do like really hard things to grow yourself. And kind of when you're coasting and you're in like success mode, how do you get yourself to keep growing?
Right.
And that's hard because you're like, you work so hard for it. And then you get to those moments where you're like, okay, like I've made it.
Yeah.
I was able to do X, Y, and Z, and, and the money's coming in and everybody's happy, but like, that's kind of a dangerous spot. I never realized that.
Yeah.
So then when I went to 0, I'm like, okay.
I like that other spot better.
Yeah. Grind mode.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
But it develops you in a way. Like I've learned so much over the last like several years that I just invaluable lessons.
Yeah.
So.
Well, and you go back through a global pandemic.
Well, that was part of it.
You know what I mean?
Right? That was like the start of like the tidal wave.
Yeah.
Like complete reset.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're bringing up so many like good things for not only for real estate agents, but for entrepreneurs in general, right? Or people that are building a business. That whole thing of iron sharpens iron, and the book From Good to Great is what you're hitting on too, because there is that you're good, but can I be great?
Yeah.
And again, I always relate that back to like that great version of yourself.
Yep. And
stop comparing it to everybody else, right? Like, is there an insurance company out there you could strive to be? And sure, right? Like, but is that what you want to do, right? Or do you just want to be the best version of yourself?
Right. Well, I mean, the comparison trap is terrible.
Terrible.
Right? Because like, there are so many people that are doing what I do on such a level that but those are businesses that have been in business for 80, 90. Like I can't compare myself to them. Right. 80 or 90 years. It's like 3rd generation, 4th generation. And they do it really well. And it's like, I'm not competing with them. I'm really competing with what my goals are. What do I want to accomplish? Yeah.
How do you do that?
How do I do that?
Yeah.
Like, I guess for us and for me personally, it's like something that has helped me, and I have to get my thoughts together in this, but something that's always helped me is to picture myself with first of all, what really makes me happy, right?
Right.
Does beating my competition make me happy? do awards make me happy? Do people saying like, oh my gosh, you guys are the best at this make me really happy? Not really. It really doesn't. I've got a lot of awards in my career.
Sure.
I've taken a lot of trips because of our product. Like, but what makes me happy is honestly my family, providing a place for my team, coming here every day, working with people I love. Of course, making money is awesome.
Yeah.
But like money is a tool for like things I want to do, like choices, right? I want to be able to take my family on a vacation. I want to be able to help my church out or a family or whatever it is. So you have to think about like what actually makes me happy, have a vision for what, like I picture myself doing certain things. Like
right.
When I didn't own a home, so back when I started my business, I sold my house and used the money to fund the business, and then I rented a house. But I always had to picture myself like in the new house that I bought. Like I would visually do this. And so I try to like have a vision for things I want. But really it's about like what does it makes me happy, what helps other people, and like I try to put myself in that spot, right?
Yeah.
So that I can actually feel it, taste it, smell it, like that helps me.
Yeah. It's like the vision board.
Yeah. Trying not to get too like heady or
I love
esoteric or whatever, but like honestly, that's important to me. And I try to do that with my team as well.
Yeah.
And if I can help them, like I want to know what those things are for my team.
Right.
Because I can say, hey, this is what
right.
what I want my life to be like. Can you help me with that? Like, sure. Yeah. I'll show up every day for that.
Yeah.
So you can be really happy.
Yeah. So you can have a pool. Great. Yeah.
Exactly. Right. But if I try to tap into the team and what is your vision? How can I help you accomplish that?
Right.
In a genuine sense. I mean, not like, oh, well, that's what we're supposed to say or whatever. Like genuinely caring about my team, having a relationship with them, understanding what's important to them, what drives them, and then coaching them to get to that point, and then celebrating along the way when they get there, like in genuinely being happy, like, hey, your check was bigger than mine this month. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, no, well, you're right.
That can happen in our business. Really easily.
Yeah, ours too.
Yeah.
Right. Like that's the thing, and I think that's when you get to the broker level, right? Like that's where you're at. Like same thing in real estate, but it's because then what people don't understand is when you build a business like this, now you're taking on the responsibility of your team too.
Yeah.
Right. There's that feeling inside of like, oh crap, I need these guys to be successful too. Not because I want them to do it. It's just they're counting on me
100%
to help them be successful.
It's my like biggest driver and worst nightmare.
Yeah. All in one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm responsible for their livelihood. Now they are too.
Sure.
Ultimately, like I have to help them make this work.
Yeah. And then they have families, right? So now their families. And now you're like, oh crap, now I really got to help because they have a family now.
Yeah. But I love that part too.
Yeah.
Like I would hope somebody would be like, okay, I worked for Brian for X amount of years and, or they're retiring or moving on to something, that they feel like they should do. And they would be like, that was I grew so much under his leadership. Right. I learned X, Y, and Z. Like that's the stuff that counts and lasts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's in this business that you can do that too, right? And it doesn't hurt your business.
No.
If someone grows and decides to go be their own and open their own brokerage, it doesn't,
No. It's a feather in our cap.
For sure. And I always say it's like, it's a lot like kids, right? Like you want your kids to grow and not necessarily want them to move out, right? But you do, right? Like that's just growing up. That's just a natural thing. It's almost kind of like agents that you bring in. Yeah, you want to push them out of the nest and let them grow and fly on their own.
Yep.
So what is going on with the insurance business right now, man?
We're actually hitting a really nice spot. So if you were to launch a scratch agency over the last 50 years, I probably picked the worst window possible.
So businesses pay attention to,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. So, but it's okay because it's been good. There's been some upsides to it. So, in our business, we've seen, and in many businesses, you've seen a few things happen. Just start high level with private equity is buying up agencies like mine left and right, and has it's slowed down a little bit, but since money was real, when money was really cheap,
Yeah.
and the multiples that they're offering. So you have a lot of small businesses that are now corporations and all consolidated into one. You've got Acrisures, you've got the Lara Group, you've got Assured Partners, Gallagher, and I think Gallagher just bought out. So private equity companies that are now buying out private equity companies.
Right.
So there's a lot of that going on. So there's a lot of disruption in the agency channel.
Got it.
So a lot, and when those happen, as you know, with any company, people move and retire and take buyouts and whatever. So there's a lot of that happening in our industry over the last several years. On top of, it was the hardest property market in 100 years, like the worst. So homes, commercial buildings, you have aging buildings, you have aging homes, roofs. I mean, we talked about roofs the other day. Everybody wants a free roof. Nobody wants to pay for the roof.
Right.
So you got claims galore, but you also have pop-up storms, these crazy weather patterns. All those factors kind of contributed to it. And what made carriers do is like, okay, we got to have higher deductibles. We have to inspect more. We have to put restrictions on binding. So like, I can't just go, well, Jimmy, here's your quote. I'm going to click this button and now you have home insurance. It was like, no, we need 17 people at our insurance company to look at it. Whereas before, so there was a lot of those restrictions. Now, the good news is we're coming out of that hardened market. Carriers are reporting that, hey, we're making money again. We're not losing our shirt. And a lot of stuff's opening back up. So we're heading into, for us at least, a really exciting time.
Yeah.
And it's been exciting, but it's just been a little bit tight.
Yeah.
A little bit tight.
Well, and then again, so I just talked to an agent down in Florida yesterday.
Yeah.
And they're bracing for hurricane season.
Oh, yeah.
Right. So, I mean, you have these things, what people don't really understand is like, yes, it's damaging to people and they're, but like, what that does to the insurance groups?
There was for a few years there, every month there was a carrier going insolvent in Florida, right? So, and they've changed some laws, but a lot of their problem was not only storms, but it was the how the laws were set up and the litigation that happened.
Yeah.
So what would happen there is like you might have like a $70,000 claim that is almost every claim was like going to litigation. And then so they're paying the attorney fees plus they're paying the claim, and they paid the amount anyway, but people were just like hiring public adjusters, things like that. And some of them should have, I'm sure. But long story short, that's a whole different animal down there.
Yeah, Florida's a whole different. Real estate wise too, because with the condo stuff that's going on down there, you know, they can't insure any of the condos. So now you can't buy one because nobody's going to give you a mortgage on something you can't insure.
Right.
So it's a disaster down there.
Yeah.
So that market's a whole different thing. But like here locally in Michigan and the Midwest, what is that like for you guys right now for as far as like working with real estate agents, right? Like how is it like we're looking for real estate agents to work with? And because again, what real estate agents don't know, right, is that we have to have insurance before we can close.
Yeah.
Normally the mortgage partners handle that stuff or should be handling that, but
yeah, for sure. I mean, for us, we work with a handful of agents and mortgage lenders, and usually, yes, it's a piece that they need to finish the deal, right?
Yeah.
But I think working with us, some of the things that we can do is we can help you get it to the closing table. We have some deductible options. we understand that there's a DTI usually that is a part of it, and then it's just the attentiveness and speed, right? There's nothing worse than, and we have this on our side in different facets, but I emailed them 7 times and I didn't hear anything, and you're sitting there like, okay, and I've heard, my first question usually is when I work with a realtor or a loan officer is like, what has your experience been? And more often than not, I hear so-and-so doesn't call me back.
Right.
Or whatever. And then I also hear, oh, I've had the same guy or gal for 8 years.
Yeah,
and
for
it's
sure.
so good. I send them everything or whatever. So, it's a mix across the board, but I think it's just, I'm really big on our team about responsiveness. Over communicate. Over communicating can solve a ton of problems, right?
Yeah.
People understand that you can't always just snap your fingers and get stuff done. Sometimes there's an underwriter holding it up, especially like a mortgage loan. They absolutely understand how underwriters work, right?
Right.
So they're looking for every reason to say no.
Right. Right. I always say they're like the underwriters. They're like the troll under the bridge. You got to throw money to cross the bridge, but you don't ever see them. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Guys, I will tell you that this Celsius thing is delicious.
It is.
Yes.
It's God's nectar.
Yes. Now, and I don't know what I'm going to be like after this, the next hour, 2 hours. What I'm going to be like in the next 2 hours.
Yeah, I'm leaving after this.
Because I've got 2 coffees in here and then this. So, yeah, I'm hoping my heart stays in the chest today. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I got some appointments this afternoon. They should go fun. They should be interesting. Yeah. Yeah. I don't need any help with that.
It's only 200 milligrams of caffeine.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah,
that's not bad. But they are good.
Oh yeah,
it's delicious. So, in your experience, what's changed as far as like your real estate, insurance, mortgage? Like, what have you seen over the last 20 years, good and bad? Right? You've seen the RESPA changes on the mortgage side. Like you've seen all these changes, and I don't know enough about insurance to even be dangerous yet.
Yes. We're gonna get your license.
We are gonna get the insurance license. It's a promise to you guys out there that Jimmy's gonna get his insurance license.
Yeah, all of them.
All of them.
Yeah.
Yes, all of them. See, real estate, we need one. We need one, and we're done, right? And then we need 6 hours of Con Ed every year. We're good.
Oh yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, ours is. I think the upfront is more than, and then the 2 years. Every 2 years, you have to do your CEs.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ours is 6 a year, but really it's 18 and 3.
So, I guess it's 24 every 2 years. So 12 and 12.
So, but ours is only a 40-hour in Michigan, so it's different state to state. And is it the same in insurance too, or is insurance a national?
No. So some states give reciprocity. You just have to apply, and you get a non-residence license, and some are pretty like instant, but others like tougher states like Florida, you actually have to get fingerprinted and send everything in or whatever. So it's state to state.
Yeah. What about New York?
Don't ever try to do insurance there.
Yeah.
I mean, the regulation is ridiculous.
Well, it's because it's an attorney state for real estate too. So so no deal can get done without an attorney involved.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So an attorney has to go through everything in New York. Real estate. So you're paying a real estate agent and an attorney.
Yeah. That's crazy because almost every insurance contract it says every state except New York, and then it has like 14 pages of how their laws work there.
Yeah.
I'm like, probably don't want to do business there.
So how many states are you doing business in right now?
We have about 16 or 17.
Okay.
So if we find that, hey, there's enough business to be done, or there's, hey, this deal really needs to get done for, this realtor, or, this investor or whatever. We work with a lot of investors. We'll just add the state on and then start doing business there, and then, hope to get more.
Yeah. Because you do commercial too.
Yeah. Actually, about 50% of our business is commercial insurance. Okay. So, we work a lot with contractors, actually work a ton in the habitational space. So condo associations, apartments, artisan contractors are big for us. We can insure almost anything.
Yeah.
we have a really, really great commercial insurance lineup in terms of carriers. We have some really unique carriers that we found that not a lot of people have. And I won't tell you what their names are.
We'll keep it secret.
No.
You have to call you.
Yeah, you have to call me.
You have to call Brian to figure out what those are.
An NDA.
Yes, maybe. But no, it's true though, because that is the bonus of being with the brokerage, right? Right. To be a broker. I just sat down with Jim Weaver yesterday, and we had the same conversation, right? So same thing. He was like, that's the bonus of being a broker, because I don't have to be pigeonholed into just selling you one product.
Right. Yeah, or one carrier. Whatever.
Yeah.
So it's great. Yeah. I mean, pretty much we can insure anything, any size of business. But sometimes there's things that are outside your scope of expertise. So
sure.
I have a lot of friends in the industry, and sometimes we'll collaborate on projects because I'm like, look, you do these all day long. Never ridden a railroad before.
Right.
Probably should hand it off to share commission, So, and I'm sure you guys do that in your business too. So
we should.
Yeah.
Right. We should. Yeah. A lot of agents, this is the hard part. And that's a very good lesson, right? Because sharing in something is better than screwing up and getting nothing.
Yeah.
Right. And knowing where you are, and agents need to do that more. Right. Like, and I've done it. Like, I've done one commercial deal in my career.
Okay.
I call other people. Like, you're the commercial guy. I haven't done a lot of commercial real estate, right? It's different. It's similar, but it's different. Could I figure it out? Sure. Could I screw it up? Absolutely. Right. So why not tap somebody in that's done it before? And then again, it's a referral and give it off.
Well, and you find like when you're like, hey, if you want to learn a certain class of business, get a mentor to do it and walk alongside or whatever. But it's just better to not pretend like, hey, I know what I'm doing. Like, it just pass it off and do what you're really good at.
Yeah. Yeah. And again, pass it off, but do what you're good at. Stop trying to pretend like you're good at everything.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. And again, you and I know some of the same people that are in insurance, and you're like, oh yeah, I know so-and-so. I pass them business all the time.
Yeah.
But they do it's reciprocity.
Some of our best referral partners are other agents.
Yeah.
Other agencies.
Yeah. And that's how it should be.
Yeah.
And realtors need to understand that same piece too. Yeah. Like, we're competitors, yes.
Yeah.
But at the same point, if there's something I can't do and I know somebody's better than me at it, why wouldn't I hand that off?
Or they might have a carrier that you don't have.
Yeah.
And so that they're really good at that, and you're like, all right, go here, they'll help you.
Yeah.
So
don't get commission breath and try to just sell it, right?
Yeah.
You see on the whiteboard out there, right? It says stop selling and start helping.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That's that's been my mantra for a few years of like, stop. Nobody wants to be sold.
Right.
Could you dial a bunch of people today and sell insurance?
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But is everybody for you?
Oh, that's the other thing. Like, that's tough.
Yeah.
Some people that they just aren't a good fit.
Yeah.
And you want to help them. I mean, if you can,
or
give them a good experience.
Send them somewhere else.
Yeah. Sometimes they just fit better.
So how many clients have you fired?
Zero, Jim. We help ever. No. Yeah. Well, our business is kind of unique, right? So essential insurance, auto and home.
Yeah.
Insurance, like we have to help.
Right.
You have no choice. So if someone qualifies and they want to sign up with you, you take them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And again, real estate agents, you can't say, well, that's an FHA, I don't want to help you.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, you can.
Yeah.
Right. But you shouldn't.
Well, let me add something here that might be helpful.
Yeah, I love it.
So sizing up if a client's good fit for you. Okay. Sometimes we create our own problems, meaning we misjudge the client, or we create problems that aren't problems because we open our mouth and say things, and then they become a problem client, right?
Yeah.
Or a problem prospect. But it's our fault. It's maybe us not being clear, right? So whenever, especially in the beginning, the client is always saying, am I in control or are you in control? right?
Yeah.
So if you haven't established the confidence with the client and let them relax and trust you to do your process, then that's on you, right? So, you know, I'm very leery of when we coach our team, right? That they're like, this guy is such a, like, okay, well, why are they a problem?
Yes.
Right? Why are they a problem? So I'll say, well, if I talk to them, do you think I would feel the same way?
Yes.
And why? Right? And not because I'm so great or whatever.
No.
But because I've learned the skill of being very clear, over communicating, setting expectations of what we're going to do, and asking questions, finding out what's important to them. So, like, sometimes we size people up the wrong way, and then they're just reacting to, they might not know how to say, like, well, I don't feel comfortable, I'm not clear, or whatever. So then they feel like they have to be in the driver's seat. Like, this is what I want. This is what I want. That, like, instead of showing them the process of how things work, setting expectations and being very clear, like, that's something that is a really important tool.
100,000,000,000%. And one of the things that is so true about that. So this you're speaking about, I call it my haunted house theory.
Okay.
All right. So if I were to go through a haunted house,
yeah,
and when I walk in, there's a clown with an axe, and then I go down the hallway and to the left, there's a scarecrow that pops out, and then I go down to the right, and there's a skeleton that comes to the door, and I walk out the back side of the haunted house, and I come to you and say, Brian, listen, when you walk in on the right, there's a clown with an axe that's going to jump out.
Yeah.
And then when you get down the hallway on the left, there's a scarecrow.
Yeah.
And then on the right, there's a skeleton.
Yeah.
But you'll be fine when you get out the other end. When you go through that, you're like, oh, yep. That's
right.
all the things that Jimmy said. I'm good.
Yeah.
It's the same thing with clients.
Yep.
You just have to walk them through that process. And again, explain it. Al just mentioned something on here too. But Al's one always too, like, future pace your client.
Yeah.
Right. Tell them what's going to happen or what could happen.
Yep.
And when it does or doesn't, they're like, oh, it wasn't so bad.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
When it does, they're like, oh, yep. And sometimes you have to remind them.
Yeah.
Right. I'm just going through this process right now with a couple of clients of mine. Our market has shifted a little bit. Right. The market is softening a little bit on real estate, which is okay.
Yeah.
That means we're not running around lighting deals with our hair on fire, like just throwing deals out, trying to get something accepted. Houses are sitting a little longer, but the sell side has to understand that now.
Yeah.
Right. So I had a client, just happened this week. Full price offer came in on the home. And they were like, well, should we keep it? Should we take it? And I'm like, yeah, yes. What do you mean? Should you take it?
Yeah.
Well, we thought we were going to get a bidding war. I'm like, well, that's still happening. Yes, sometimes, but it's not. We have everything you wanted right here.
Right. Well, do you think it would be important too then? So if that's where the market shifted, so when you're meeting somebody new, would it be important to say, hey, this is the expectations of where the market's sitting now?
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Because so, like, they have in there, I'm selling this house. This is a gem. There is, like, everybody's going to want to buy this. And I'm going to get 17 cash offers and whatever. You know, they like setting that expectation of where it's realistically at, and not just saying it because, like, hey, I'm the guru, trust me, like, here's some of the data that shows.
Right. Here's
and then
the
they
statistics.
can properly set their expectation for what they expect of their home.
Yeah.
Because of course, all of us have this sentimental value in our home.
For
so
sure.
We expect
your house is worth $1 million.
Yeah, right.
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 Everybody's house is worth $1 million
right,
at least. Right.
Yeah.
It's priceless to some people. Like,
Yeah.
I've been in, it's odd for a real estate agent, but I've been in the same house for 25 years. Right.
Wow.
So, but
impressive.
it's weird, right?
Yeah.
Like, most real estate agents have moved 17 times right now.
And you build a wiffle ball, and now you're building a golf course.
Yes, we're putting the tee box in the backyard right now. We're working on that. And I told you, my son's like, we're gonna put a green in. I'm like, well, relax on the green, but it might get there though. Who knows? We'll see.
Yeah. Lots of nets.
Yeah.
Your neighbors are gonna hate you. The wiffle ball is easy.
Yeah. When golf balls start shooting out from underneath their mower, the lawnmower, that's gonna be a problem. Yeah, then it's gonna be a problem. But Al said something over here too. He said, let the running back run with the ball, receiver catch the ball, quarterback throw the ball, do what you're supposed to do, right? Like, do your job, right? Like instead of trying to do, too many other jobs, we get caught into the, this was going, he went back a little bit, but that's one of the things if you do your job to the highest level, stop worrying about everybody else's, right? And that's how a team works. But
where's Al from, by the way?
Al's in Dearborn.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Hi, Al. What's going on, man? Thanks for the comments. That's awesome.
Yeah. Al's been in there. Robert Walker said good morning. Robert's up in Port Huron area.
Robert,
Yeah.
Robert.
Yeah. You know Robert Walker, right?
Yeah.
Who doesn't know Robert Walker?
Who doesn't know that guy?
But no, it is. It's important to be clear and concise with your clients.
Yeah.
Right. And with your other partners, because this is a relationship business. Your business is a lot like real estate.
Yeah.
It's a lot like the mortgage industry, right? We're all kind of very similar. It's all relationships.
Right.
And the only way relationships work is if you communicate and over communicate.
Yeah.
100%. It's just like, again, this week I had that agent that they didn't really want to take they ended up taking the offer. My clients did. But I had to tell the agent, I called her, I go, look, she's like, I thought it was a really strong offer. I'm like, it was. You're fine. But I'm just letting you know. I explained to her where we're at, what's going on. And she's like, thanks for letting me know. Because I didn't just want to leave her out on a limb, because I know what it's like. When you're on the buy side, your client's calling you, go, did they take it yet? Did they take it yet? But now I gave her a chance to give him an answer of just give him till tomorrow and we'll figure it out, right?
So we're talking about expectations, right?
Yeah.
So you're managing a lot of expectations. It's not just the client, right?
Right.
It's probably the spouse.
Oh yeah.
It's the mortgage lender's expectations. How do you get all those people on board so that you're constantly communicating? Do you use technology to do that and constantly give updates? You make phone calls,
it's phone calls, man.
Yeah.
A lot of agents.
Realtors always.
Yes, exactly. They should be. I have.
Oh, yourself. Okay.
I have, but again, it goes back to basics.
Yeah.
And that it's in your business, it's in my business. It's communication. Pick up the phone and call somebody. Everybody wants to text, and the problem with text messages is the tone is not there.
Yeah.
I don't know if you're mad at me.
Yeah.
Unless you're throwing everything in all caps, right?
Oh yeah.
But I don't know if you're mad, and how I perceive it is different than what you actually even meant.
Yeah.
Right. Because then I've called an agent like, why would you just text me that? And they're like, well, that's not what I meant. And it's like, okay, but if I didn't make that phone call, my perception of that message is, you're mad or you're upset or what? You're not. You're just asking a question.
So things that aren't emotionally charged, just throwing a text. But if there's even a slight chance of possibly being misunderstood or disappointing somebody or whatever.
Yeah.
So you shouldn't text your client, hey, the offer didn't go through.
Right. I know agents that do that because they don't want to break that news. Right. They don't want to call them and go, hey, our offer didn't get accepted again.
How much time we have? Because I want to go down a rabbit trail.
Oh, we're good, man. We got 15 minutes. We're good. Yeah, let's do it. I love it.
One of the things, so we said good to great, right?
Yes.
One of the things that I think makes a great salesperson is someone, and salesperson, don't take that offensively. Someone great at sales.
Some people do, yeah.
Yeah, great at sales or just great at whatever it is that we do, right?
Yeah.
Being able to handle conflict. I think there's two things that could make you really dangerous in this business. Dangerous meaning you can hit your
dangerously good.
Dangerously good, right? Problem solving, the ability to problem solve, that's a whole nother thing. But conflict. Can you deal with conflict? Right? Because if you shy away constantly from conflict, then calling somebody and giving them disappointing news is going to feel like conflict.
Ooh, yes.
Right?
Yes.
Asking somebody. Okay, so I'll give you an example.
Yeah.
There was my daughter was working out at Dos Bumpers, next to Bumpers.
Okay.
It's that it used to be Cruise In, but then they changed it to, they bought it out, changed it to a Mexican restaurant or whatever. And I saw a guy come in on this really sick boat. I'm like, I want to insure that boat. right?
Our minds are messed
Right?
up,
I'm
man.
like, I want to insure that.
I don't
vote.
want the vote. I want to
Yeah.
insure that
Yeah.
vote. Yeah.
So I see this guy walk off or whatever, and I'm like, I got to talk to that guy, right? But you're like, he's probably kind of a big deal.
Yeah.
You know, that feels like conflict.
Yeah.
I made myself do it. I talked to him, and
Are you insuring the vote now?
no.
Oh, come on, man.
No, not yet. You gotta.
Yeah, you got it. Yeah, I got you. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but anyway, doesn't that feel like prospecting even feels like conflict?
Yeah.
So if you're shying away from conflict in like so we're back to like the personal life. If I'm in my personal life, if I push things to the side and I don't say what bothers me, or I don't have a productive conversation, you know, when things aren't going right or whatever, I feel like if you can master that, and here's what sucks. The only way to master conflict is to jump into it.
Right.
And practice it.
Right.
You know? Is someone saying something?
Yeah, Rory. So he said, good word on handling conflict. Comes from everyone in a transaction, and being able to navigate it is the cherry on top.
Yeah.
Right. Being able to navigate.
Well, I'm mad at you, Rory, and we got to talk later today.
Uh-oh.
No, I'm just teasing. Hi, Rory. What's up, buddy?
Well, no, you are mad at him
that guy
because he came in and didn't bring Leroy with him.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
That dog is awesome.
That dog is awesome.
He's just afraid I'll like Leroy more than him.
We already do.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, Rory said sponsored by Celsius. We're working on it. Celsius.
Yeah.
Celsius.
Let's
see.
Yes. God's nectar.
But man, you bring up a very good point. That is, you know, I have, you know, someone said to me that I was the chaos coordinator, right? Like, because and I brought this up at a thing I was doing the other day. It's like you have to be able to operate in chaos. Like you have to be able to operate in chaos. Like that's just because I'm a real estate agent. I need, or a mortgage officer. I'm calling you today because I need to close this deal tomorrow, and I need insurance on this house like now.
Yeah.
And you're like, could you have called me a couple days ago? Right? Like,
yeah.
But you're right. That does feel like conflict, and prospecting for business does feel like conflict because it's like, don't call me again. Click. Yeah. Don't call me again. Click. How many times can you hear that, but you still keep going?
Right.
Like that's the people who have mastered this business are the ones that can just keep going through that.
Yeah. And having people around you that can tell you the truth. Rory's a truth teller in my life.
Yeah.
Right? So, you know, and I won't get off on this rabbit hole, but Rory said something to me at the end of December last year that changed how I approach my meetings and my business. And it has like been so helpful in my business. And it was just him observing and saying, and because Rory's not afraid of conflict.
No, not one bit.
You know, he loved, but he tells the truth in a really good way.
Yeah.
But it's years of practice, right? But Rory said something to me. Maybe I'll come back on and tell you what he told me. But he said something
special bonus
that
episode.
Actually changed how I operated this year, and that has produced a lot of fruit for us. Just by saying, "Hey, I noticed this. You might want to consider this. This is where, like, this is what you're really good at, and you need to be spending more time doing that." That was awesome.
Yeah.
So.
And you do need those people.
So if he was afraid of conflict, I would have benefited from that.
Right.
So,
and the other piece of this is you were open enough to take it.
Yeah.
Right. Like, and that's another part of it is you have to be coachable for your entire career.
Yeah.
Like I can't stop being coachable. I still need to take advice from you.
Yeah.
I need to take advice from Rory. I need to take advice from an Al, right? Robert.
Yeah.
I needed to be able to hear that feedback, right? And again, you have to be open to that to take it. It's not always bad, right? Like feedback is a gift.
Yep.
Now, whether you and some feedback, not all feedback is great. It's not like, oh, Brian, you're the best, right?
Yeah.
Rory came to you and said, hey, man, like you could probably do this better.
Yeah.
You know, and
but
that
I trust him.
Right.
Like, we've walked together.
Yeah.
Through a lot of stuff. You know.
Right.
And I was like, yep. Like immediately, like it stung a little bit.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
I'm sure. Like, oh, yeah, he's right, man.
Well, because you know, youth, like in our mind, right? And I'm not saying you in particular. I'm saying us in general. Is we think we're okay. You know, we think we're doing okay, and it's good. And then when someone says, point something out, it kind of takes you back a little. Like, wait a minute. I think I'm doing okay with
Just
that.
call my baby ugly.
Yeah. Yeah, or you have a baby at a bar,
Yeah.
right?
Right.
But you have to be open and accepting to that.
Yeah.
But it also comes with, this is where it's how Roy delivered that too.
Yeah.
Right. And it
100%.
didn't just kick your door in and go, "You're an idiot."
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You're an idiot.
But no, I think it's super important. I hope everybody gets a big takeaway out of that, because that is a big part of our business. You've given so many nuggets in this today, like so many big things of how to just operate one in chaos and again, be open and honest with your communication.
Yeah.
And that's not always easy.
Yeah.
You know, like again, you said that conflict, right? To be able to handle a conflict, because in our business, the roof's going to be bad.
Yeah.
There's going to be a leaky pipe. There's going to be water in the basement. There's going to be something.
Yeah.
And how do you handle? Because that's conflict now.
Yeah.
Right. That just became a conflict of, well, we put an offer on this house when we did the inspection. There's water in the basement.
Yeah.
Now I got a conflict. Now I don't know what. Now how do I handle that conflict? And the same thing with you. I've got a claim. I'm not going to go into my claim because I still don't have my truck back yet.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I'm not even going to go into my insurance company, but we may have to talk about insurance at some point.
Yeah, you're uninsurable now. Sorry. Wish I would have known you a year and a half.
Oh man. Anyway, but that is conflict, right?
Yeah.
Because now somebody's going to call you and go, "I don't have my truck back yet. It's been this long, and what are you guys doing on, how do you handle those conversations?"
Yeah. Yeah. Man, I there's so many things that, again, like there is a separation of business and your personal life or whatever, but I really think like when you're just working on yourself,
right,
and you have like really good people around you,
yeah,
which is tough because there's a lot of isolation in our culture. Like,
there's
a lot of people that don't have those good people. Like you got to find your like tribe of really good people to be around, and it takes a while, but like when you have really good people in your life that are like telling you the truth,
yeah,
and helping you grow, and you're actually being open, like, hey, I need help with this. That was one of my biggest things, like, and that's ego, right?
Oh yeah,
yeah. I'm awesome. This works, whatever.
Yeah.
But then like you don't always see yourself. But when you like ask for help, you learn a lot. Because most people won't just like Rory will come in your office and tell you the truth because he's like, this is good for you.
Yeah.
But like most people aren't like that.
Right.
But if you ask for help, like, hey, show me some of my blind spots, or show me where you think I need to grow, or hey, I have a friend, Blake, who if I have a big problem or whatever, I just can't figure out. I'm like, his brain works in such a beautiful way, and he can like succinctly tell me what I should do or whatever. I just call him, and I'm like, why didn't I think of that?
Right, right. But you have to have those people, like you said, you can talk to, right?
Yeah.
And again, I might know the answer, but it's like finding the forest through the trees. I'm just not seeing it.
Yeah.
And if I have this conversation with you, you're like, "Jimmy, just do that." I'm like, "Oh,
yeah.
I knew that, but I didn't see it." Right. We did get a question come in, and Al said, "Is it common for insurance carriers to have to inspect the exteriors before getting a policy? Like an example of roof siding, trees nearby or whatever. Is it common for that?"
It's way more common than it used to be, right? They're taking a look at everything now. Everything. Yeah, especially roofs, the trees. Like they're just like saying like, what's the buckets of this where we get the most claims, and that's part of it. I think you'll see some of that lessen. Like I said, I think the market's softening a little bit. But yeah, very, very common.
Yeah.
Yeah. Great question, by the way. Thank you for asking.
Yeah. Well, and it is, you and I have had that roof conversation, and we had Mike Harvey on from the Roof Resource a couple weeks ago. But the roof thing is insane.
Oh yeah.
With the roofers.
Nobody wants to pay $20,000 for a roof out of their own pocket.
No. And the insurance companies certainly don't want to.
What do I carry insurance for? Well, sir, your $1,200.
Right.
Does it like think about it. Think about this. So you got a $20,000 claim on a roof. How many years your $1,200 premium? How many years? And if you were the insurance company, flip it around.
Right.
Would you want to take $1,200 from somebody and give them $20,000?
Right.
Right. I mean, it's on both. I get it both. I'm personally a customer, right,
Sure.
of an insurance carrier. I've had claims, but I also see it from like both points of view. You know,
Yeah.
we'll have somebody, they pay $650 for 6 months for their auto and have a $200,000 liability claim. Like, they're never getting that money back.
Yeah, that's never
And
going to equal
all
out.
day long, you would give, right?
Yeah.
You would give $600
It's a great
to
investment.
somebody. Yes. And so when people go, well, I've paid my insurance all these years and I've never made a claim. Well, statistically, you probably will at some point. But also, that you don't want to make a claim, so it's kind of a double-edged sword. But that's part of how insurance goes. Everybody puts their money into this bucket, and if too much money is taken out of that bucket, because you're pooling your risk with other people. People don't understand, like, yes, it is some your own merit, like tickets, accidents, claims, whatever. Those are rating factors, but really it's going into the big bucket. And when there's too much taken out, right?
Yeah.
Then rates have to go up.
Right.
But I also get it from the consumer side, where when you say, have a carrier go, we made record profits this year.
Right.
Well, they're also not understanding that that's on the money they're investing. That's on commercial insurance, life insurance, like all of those things combined
Right.
or whatever. Typically, though, in Michigan, fact for you, like, not a lot of carriers make a lot of money on auto and home insurance in Michigan because the way that our laws are set up.
Yeah, that's
They make money on investing money other places. It's cash flow to
Sure.
them, things like that. But truly, like, especially the auto line, they're actually making money in auto now, right now.
Okay.
Like, if you snapshot it,
Yeah.
like, it looks good, but that's good for everybody because that means rates are lowering.
Yeah.
Right? So, but it's hard to make money in Michigan because of our PIP laws and things like that. And that's a whole nother thing.
Whole other episode.
I need a couple more episodes.
Yeah, we've got about 3. We should have done the Rogan 4-hour
Yeah,
thing today, right?
Let's do it. Let's get 2 more of these.
Hey, Rory, bring us 2 more subs.
Yeah. Anyway.
No, that's a good question though, and I think that is, again, it's important for us on the real estate side to have good partnerships with insurance people, because and I've talked to a couple agents like, hey, what? And a lot of them are like, I don't know anything about insurance. Do you know what I mean? Like, they're like,
oh yeah,
because typically that happens on the mortgage side, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, if we just went through your policy and I pointed out a couple things or whatever, you're like, I've had insurance how long? I didn't know this.
Oh yeah.
Well, because for some people it's just transactional. You got to have it, whatever.
Yeah.
And that's where
that's kind of how it is for me.
Yeah, that's how we train our team. Like, let's educate people. Not over educate them, because they'll be like, okay, like, I'm not an engineer, dude. Like,
right.
I don't need to know all the ins and outs, but the big stuff, your liability, how your deductibles work, how your health piece of your auto works, or even like your business. If you own a business. I see a lot of times business policies either done wrong, or the owner got so caught up in operations. They like,
right.
Oh, I forgot those. I bought 2 more trucks. They're not on my policy, So, it's just kind of like going through all of that with people and making sure that we educate and add value rather than just like, here's the price and it saves you money.
Right.
So,
right.
Yeah.
Oh man, I love it. I told you this hour will go fast.
Dude, it's an hour?
That's an hour, buddy.
Dang. All right.
Where can everybody find you?
You can find us at royaloathinsurance.com, or you can call the office 586-238-3535. You can email me personally, Brian@royaloathinsurance.com. I'd love to help anybody who's part of your audience or just meet you or network. I really appreciate you having us on today. This has actually been fun.
Yeah.
It's been a little bit of Yoda, Chris Farley, Billy Graham.
Yeah, Tommy Boy. Yeah. I get a good look at the steak, right?
That's awesome.
Oh man, good stuff. So guys, I appreciate you watching the Elite Real Estate Podcast. Find us wherever you find podcasts. We'll be on back next week, but Brian, thank you for jumping in with us today.
Yep.
And guys, we'll be having some stuff out here at Royal Oak coming up.
Yes.
We're working on some events out here. We got a great space, and we are going to be working on that as well. So keep up and watch out for us here at Royal Oak Insurance, guys. We'll talk to you soon.
Have a great day.